Hi everybody, I'm here 53rd Street in something called the Greenway, and we're gonna walk all the way up to around 68th Street. Hola mi gente, estoy aquí en un camino, en una caminada que se llama aquí The Greenway, y vamos a caminar desde aquí, desde la 53 hasta la 68. Aquí a la orilla del río del Este. Look at the view from over here. You enter through here to 53rd Street, and then you could walk all the way to 68th Street. Alright. So over there, that's the UN. Allí está las Naciones Unidas. El edificio cuadrado es las Naciones Unidas. That's the UN. There you can see the Williamsburg Bridge. Ahí pueden ver el puente de Williamsburg. And that over there is Domino Park. Ese es el parque de Domino en Williamsburg, en Brooklyn. That's Domino's Park over there in Williamsburg, in Brooklyn. And that's the Williamsburg Bridge that connects Manhattan and Brooklyn. Y ese es el puente de Williamsburg que conecta a Manhattan con Brooklyn. Alright, so let's keep walking. Vamos a seguir caminando. There you could see the famous Pepsi Cola sign. Ahí pueden ver el famoso letrero de Pepsi Cola allí en Long Island City. So you could see the Pepsi Cola sign in Long Island City in Queens. Alright, so let's walk up. Vamos a ir caminando hacia arriba. Y ahí enfrente tenemos a Queens. There you have Queens across. And in the middle is Roosevelt Island. Allí tenemos donde están los edificios a Queens. Y entonces en el medio aquí es la isla de Roosevelt. Alright, so that's Roosevelt Island right there. Esa es la isla de Roosevelt ahí. Y atrás tenemos a Brooklyn, que diga Queens. And then behind Roosevelt Island you have Queens. Which is this part is Long Island City. Alright, so let's keep walking on the Greenway. Vamos a seguir caminando aquí. In the Greenway. I did a video of this walk way last year, so I wanted to do it again today. to see if anything had changed or if everything is the same. Alright, so let's keep walking. Alright, so you could walk through here, right by the river's edge. Over here. So over here you can see the FDR. Ahí pueden ver el autopista LFDR. Que va desde el Bajo Manhattan hacia el Alto Manhattan. So you can see the FDR over here that connects Manhattan from Lower Manhattan all the way to Upper Manhattan. And that's the Queens Bridge over there. Y ese es el puente de Queens. Que se llama the Queenborough Bridge. Look how pretty. Mira qué bonitas las flores aquí. Look how pretty the flowers over here. Beautiful. We got beautiful scenery over here. Look at the seaplane up there. Pueden ver el seaplane, el avión de agua ahí arriba, pasando el puente. All right. So once again, you could walk by the river's edge, like really close to the river's edge, or on the other side. So let's walk a little bit on this side. Vamos a caminar un poquito en esta parte. A la orilla del río. So here we're walking closer to the river's edge. Beautiful. Muy bonita la vista. Alright, so remember to like, share and subscribe. Acuérdense de darme un like, compartir y suscribirse. Gracias. Look at the transway over there. That's the Rhode Island Transway. The Roosevelt Island Transway that takes you to Roosevelt Island from Manhattan. So ese es el tramway que te lleva desde Manhattan hasta Roosevelt Island. Es transvía. Alright, I couldn't catch the helicopter. No pude coger el helicóptero. Pero ahorita vemos otro. I couldn't catch the helicopter, but we could see another one in a few minutes later. Alright, beautiful scenery from up there. Alright. Alright, that's a nice view from up there. Allí tienen una vista muy bonita desde allá arriba. Look at the scene from up there. Look how beautiful. All right. Look at the sailboat. Bote de velocidad ahí. Alright, so once again, that's Roosevelt Island across, and across from Roosevelt Island is Queens. Otra vez, ese es Roosevelt Island aquí enfrente, la isla de Roosevelt, y enfrente a Roosevelt está Queens, y este es el puente que conecta Manhattan con Queens, que se llama the Queensboro Bridge. All right. So now look at the scenery over here, how nice. All right, beautiful. Look at the beautiful flowers over here. Mira qué bonito las flores aquí. All right. All right. Look at the flowers over here. How beautiful. Mira qué bonitas las flores aquí. Beautiful. Beautiful flowers. All right. All right. So once again, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Otra vez, acuérdense de darle un like, compartir y suscribirse. Gracias. All right. So they do some sort of construction over here. Aquí hay están haciendo construcción aquí por este área. Alright, I guess they're building something over here on this side. Están haciendo algo. Por esta parte. That's still Roosevelt Island across. Todavía esa es la isla de Roosevelt enfrente. Let's see. That's where the transway comes out of from Roosevelt Island. De ahí donde sale el transvía de Roosevelt. Que va hacia Manhattan. So there he goes. Alright, so you can see it going into Manhattan, the transway. Ahí pueden ver entrando en Manhattan, de Roosevelt Island. Alright. Alright, so let's keep walking. Look at the boats. Alright. And you see the bus. Esa guagua roja ahí en Roosevelt Island te lleva por toda la isla por gratis. So the red box over there takes you all around the island for free. Jet skiers. Alright, that's another transway going to Roosevelt Island. Aquí tenemos otro tranvía que va hacia Roosevelt, a la isla de Roosevelt, que está entre Manhattan y Queens. En el medio del río del Este. So Roosevelt Island is in the East River in the middle between Manhattan and Queens. Ya está entrando a la isla de Roosevelt, donde descarga a los pasajeros y entran los pasajeros para ir para atrás para Manhattan. So they're docking in Roosevelt Island, picking up the passengers, discharging the passengers from Manhattan, and picking up all the passengers going back to Manhattan. Alright, so let's keep walking. Look at the New York City ferry. Esa es la lancha de la ciudad de Nueva York que va a diferentes partes de Nueva York. So that's the New York City ferry that goes to different parts of New York City, like the Bronx, the Rockaway, downtown Manhattan, and so on and so on. And also to Staten Island and to Roosevelt Island. Alright, so let's keep walking. Vamos a ir caminando. Beautiful. Look at the scenery from over here. Very nice. Look at the waves in the river. Mira aquí la ola en el río. All right. So those people that live in those buildings, they have a beautiful view of Roosevelt Island and the East River. So the people who live in those buildings, they have a nice view of Roosevelt Island and the East River. Alright, so let's keep walking. Vamos a ir caminando. Alright. Beautiful. And there's a dog park over here. Ahí tenemos un parque para los perros. All right. Beautiful Roosevelt Island. Look at the dogs. All right. So over here, that's the 63rd Street Bridge. Aquí tenemos el puente de la 63. And then you could cross over here on top of the FDR. And you come out on 63rd Street. And look how close we are over here to the FDR. Mira que cerca estamos aquí de la autopista del FDR. All right. Rockefeller University. Ahí tenemos la Universidad de Rockefeller. Alright, so that's the bridge right there. Ese es el puente, the 63rd Street Bridge, going from the East River. You could walk up to certain place and to First Avenue. Ahí pueden cruzar el puente para ir hacia la avenida, la primera avenida, la segunda avenida y las otras avenidas después que caminan a la orilla del río. Alright, so this is a beautiful walk. If you come to New York City, you start in 53rd Street and you go all the way to 68th Street. So, esta es una caminata muy bella, si vienes a la ciudad de Nueva York, empieza en la calle 53 del Este, después la primera avenida, y Sutton Avenue. Entran ahí en la 53 y caminan hasta la 68. Alright, New York City Ferry again. Otra vez, la lancha de Nueva York, de la ciudad de Nueva York. Look how pretty. Mira lo bonito. Alright. Wading the water, wading the water, sugar. All right. Look at the waves. Mira las olitas aquí en el río. Alright, orilleo. So we're getting close to the end. Ya estamos llegando casi al final. And eventually they want to connect this to the Upper East Side. Pronto va a continuar para añadir esta parte a la otra parte del alto este. Alright, so this is so cool. This new walkway over here. That I have seen it for a year. You know, it's been here like for a year already, or a little bit more. Ya he estado aquí desde hace un año o un poquito más que la construcción terminó. Y ahora la construcción sigue allí en la calle 68 para seguir hacia adelante después, más adelante. All right. Once again, there's still Roosevelt Island. Otra vez, ese es Roosevelt Island ahí enfrente. All right. So once again, that's Roosevelt Island across. And there you can see the FDR. Ahí pueden ver el FDR, la autopista donde pasan los carros. All right. So let's see if they say like how long is it going to take to connect this part to the other part. Of the Greenway. So let's see. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished and it connects this side to the other side. So así es como va a lucir cuando conectan esta parte con la parte más arriba. Pero aquí uno puede salir ahora y conectar a la 70 por el puente de allí. Uno puede salir y conectar en la 50, en la 71 y la 75. So you could go out to here to the 63rd Street Bridge and then connect again to walk along the riverside on 71st or 75th Street. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Espero que les haya gustado el video. Alright, so until next time, hasta la próxima. A la prochaine fois. Au revoir.